Liquor Talk, brand new episode starts right now. Welcome everybody to another edition of Liquor Talk. This your man Victor, and I'm over here with Juggy, and this is the men's only round for the month of December, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Welcome here, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Hold on, fellas, how you doing today, Juggy?
Hey man, blessed, highly favored. Jesus is the reason for the season. Always remember that. That's what brings the true joy. And I'm so glad to be back on the men's round with my boy, B.
Yes,
Jones.
I definitely agree with you.
One
I'm
home.
definitely happy to be back. Have you back on the men's only round. You know what I'm saying? What a holiday season.
Holiday season.
Yes, holiday season is here. You know what it is. Man, it's crazy that the holiday season's here and we're like, damn, like it got here so fast.
Yeah, I mean, we're a week away and it's a different world that we're living in. Post-pandemic, Christmases are different. They aren't like the Christmas we had growing up. Of course, we're adults now, paying adult bills, um, price of everything going up. So buying gifts is becoming more challenging for people. So yeah, we're out here, but it's still festive. If you want to find a reason for the season to be good, you can. It's almost like happiness. So you got to find that place where you're good at. If you're not there, we have to find a way to get you there.
Yes, we gotta find a way to get you there, you know what I'm saying? Like I've even had to tell myself to find a way to get there to, even though it's like I ain't really feeling it because you ain't one of these motherfuckers with kids and stuff. It's just, you got to find a way to get there. So for the first time, like I said, and for the first time ever, this is the first time we're doing. Usually we do the men's round at the end of the year, but this year we're gonna switch things up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we giving it to y'all on Christmas. Hey, Jug, what's the best Christmas gift someone ever got you?
Oh man, you put me on the spot, Vic. Let me think. Let me think. Best Christmas gift ever. I think when I was a kid. Wait, was that a birthday or Christmas? I think one year when I was a kid, I got for Christmas Nintendo 64,
Oh yes.
Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and 007.
Ooh, that 007. I think everybody had that damn 007, man. That 007 was the shit, man. I think everybody had that.
Listen, it was so bad that my aunt came down from Chicago to visit the family in Jax. Your boy ain't even come downstairs.
Damn.
I was gone. Of course, I regret that now. But at the time, yeah, that was definitely the best Christmas gift, bro.
Were you see
100%.
this is when they need to have Twitch back in the day because if you had Twitch back in the day
Bro,
and
I
you were
would
locked in,
have.
bro, you could have made some money.
These kids do not understand, bro.
They
They
don't.
do not understand. See, they think that they're hardcore gamers. See, we had the skins and the special weapons. We had to earn those at the end of the game back in the day. You didn't get those off rip, and you couldn't buy them. In a little virtual currency pack. We didn't have that. That came later. So, but yeah, definitely Nintendo 64. That
Yeah.
was the best gift.
I
I've had
remember.
other good ones, but that's the best one for sure.
Yeah. I think my best one came in college when I got a laptop. It wasn't a MacBook, but it was an HP at the time. But hey,
Yeah.
it did its job because now I'm in class. I could take notes. I can stop handwriting my notes and stuff. Back when I was in college. Because my hand be hurting like a motherfucker all that damn writing and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
a laptop right there to show notes and stuff. But
And
see,
it was a Mac too?
huh?
Shoot. It was a Mac?
No, it wasn't a MacBook. The Mac I got the MacBook after I graduated college. I wasn't like some people who spent their whole net check on a damn MacBook. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, don't get me started, man. People had to have that Mac. Airbook Pro. I can't
Yup.
remember what generation it was back then, but For people who are stuck on that thing would be like
Yes,
$2,000, bro. Easy money.
yes, it was, and it's like I had to like I said, I ain't gonna lie, I got mine out the pawn shop. You know what I'm saying? And it still worked just as good as the one you buy brand new.
If you go to the right pawn shop on the right side of town, boy, you'll catch some deals, man.
Yes, you do. So shout out to the pawn stores, but I think the best gift I got as a kid was an actual GameCube because we had to
Ah, okay,
settle
okay,
for
okay, okay.
we had to settle for the damn GameCube because there were no PlayStations. Every store ran out of PlayStations, and the one place that had PlayStations, they were price gouging like a motherfucker.
Hey, but the GameCube had Metroid Prime.
Yeah,
You ever play that? You never played Metroid Prime, bro?
I think I played a little bit of it, but
Bro.
see, the game that got my I got hooked on Mario Kart, and see what's bad is one of my mom's friends got hooked on Mario Kart. So every time that friend came over,
Mario Kart
they were trying to play the Mario Kart. You know what I'm
and
saying?
Super Smash Brothers. The best Super Smash Brothers was definitely on the GameCube.
Yeah, that was definitely it. That was definitely it on the GameCube. You know, so but But yeah, you had some good Christmases. But then what I found is as an adult, when you get older, you don't really care about Christmas that much.
I think that there's certain things that happen in a lot of people's lives that lead to that. Me personally, I let external factors affect me too much sometimes. I think what happens is, as you know, you get stressed. You know, sometimes people lose loved ones at Thanksgiving, at Christmas, around New Year's. So it takes a whole flavor away because every time that year come around, they start thinking about that very special person in life who is no longer here. So a lot of people are going. I got a lot of friends that go through that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And also, let's not forget, like the corporate greed that's going on is caught, and plus inflation, and it's expensive to buy everything. You know what I'm saying? The economy is not doing so hot. So it's like when you don't have no money to spend on gifts, it stresses you out because you want to get people you care about gifts, but you can't afford to do that. Because you know
yeah,
rent due on January 1st, man.
man. I've seen some apartment complexes. They will send out notices saying, don't spend so much on Christmas. You forget about the rent being due on January 1st." I'm like, you motherfuckers. Have a heart, goddamn, like
But I'm
shit.
boys saying we need our money ASAP, boy.
They said, they said, They said we need that money ASAP. Like you got money to buy all this expensive shit. You better have the money for the rent, or you're gonna be out on the streets. You know,
Horrible, man.
it's
Landlords waiting to
horrible.
cut people out so they can put you out, increase the rent, and make more money. But then also, it's expensive for landlords too, as I've been finding out at my own job. So it's just in some cases it's just all bad, big. But I mean, I still believe personally that the reason for the season is really Christ. And there's a whole, rabbit hole going down with like it being a pagan holiday and things of that nature. At the end of the day, if you want it to be a joyful and merry season, you can make it that way. But sometimes life gets in the way and it's just not the same anymore. So for everybody out there Christmas is not the same as it was when I was a kid, or maybe it just wasn't good for you at all in your lifetime, I press F for respect and I understand. It's real out here.
Yeah, it is real. And also shout out to the ones who had to go sit in church on Christmas for the special Christmas service. Man,
Uh,
I'm like, God damn,
that was
family, like,
me.
and then
That was
we,
me.
yeah, and it's just
But
it's crazy, man.
I mean, it wasn't bad because like I knew like my mom always made Christmas casserole, right? And wait all year for the casserole. Like I'm missing it this year because I'm be with my wife's family. But like you had the Christmas casserole, then we all going to go to church. But they always made it short. It's always like, an hour, maybe like an hour and a half, and you go home, bro. And every year, you got a game or you got something, you're going over a cousin's house or the cousin's coming over your house. And I understand everybody didn't have those experiences, but you knew you had something to go home to look forward to on Christmas. And for the
Yeah,
people that didn't, a lot of us became adults and had kids, and you make sure your kids had that Christmas experience that you didn't, because my dad made sure I had that. Even though growing up, he didn't have those kind of Christmases.
yeah,
He made sure me and my siblings did have that. So
yeah,
if you didn't have those growing up, you got to make sure for your kids that it is good. And for men, it's hard because it's like, you know what I'm saying? You got to take care of your lady, your wife. You got to take care of the bills. And then it's like, dang, I got to buy these gifts too. It just
yeah,
seems like so much. But remember, is you're giving them something that's more than a game. You're giving something that's priceless. You're showing is a way of showing affection, it's a way of showing love to somebody, so that you think about them and care about what it is that they like. Is being selfless. It's a biblical principle, but for some people, it's hard to catch on to.
yeah. And that's agreed. And also, I will say this though: don't wait till Christmas to give somebody something. If you see something and you know this person like it ain't nothing to go pick it up for them and show them love. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't, and that's the fucked up thing about these holidays. People always wait until the holidays to spend the money. And that's that. That's like Christmas. That's Thanksgiving. Like, if you want some damn turkey, you don't have to wait for Thanksgiving to have some turkey. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like you should be doing these things throughout the year, but just remember it's extra special during Christmas. And I also want to say shout out to one of my boys who he told me how every year he'll take his kids down to the homeless shelter and they volunteer and they working at the soup kitchen, you know. So I want to give a shout out to those people as well who in the holiday season they spend time with the homeless, you know what I'm saying? But you don't have to, but they are, you know. So shout out to those people as well.
Yes, shout out for me as well. I mean, again, selflessness is a huge. A lot of people that are happy are people that give without thinking of self. That is embedded into us. When you can give to somebody that has less than you, think about the people that don't got food to eat. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a place to stay. If you can help make their day better, that's going to end up making your day better instead of being so focused on yourself all the time. Living in consumer culture, Vic, as you already know, like it's me, me, me all the time. You want something you can have right now, bust out a credit card. You know what I'm saying? Got so much consumer debt, but I love that, man. Shout out to your friend for real.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, shout out to everybody. And also, this year, enjoy the basketball and the football on Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. You got a little bit of both. I'm like, damn. You
I
got
gotta see. I don't
basketball
even see on
going
the
on
lineup, bro.
and football. I'm like, damn. It's like now you see why motherfuckers have two TVs in the house. You know what I'm saying? They be running up that light bill, and I'm like, damn. I see why motherfuckers have two TVs.
Bro, because ladies they gonna like watch the Hallmark Channel and Lifetime. We really not about that. We're trying to see what's going on with the game. So sometimes you have to give in or whatever, which is fine. And sometimes the Hallmark movies they be real good in a real cheesy romantic kind of way.
Man,
Yeah, so
those
you get some
cheesy
ideas for
romantic.
home decor. For my advanced brothers out there, you get some ideas for home decor with that. How to dress, how to get you a nice trench coat game. You know what I'm saying, when you watch the Hallmark movie. But yeah, definitely gotta have two TVs.
Yeah, yeah, them damn Hallmark movies be putting me to sleep though. So you know what I'm saying. That's like I think a lot of men can agree that some of those movies they
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little too damn cheesy. I'm like, that damn, you can cut off some of this damn cheese and make you put it on a burger with it. So much cheese.
It's
Shit.
real bad. And the worst part about it is they all the movies got the same plot, bro. Like it don't have no deviance. But I guess for the people who like to watch, they probably look at us saying like, y'all still watching the same basketball game with the same players and the same football game where they hitting and hurting each other. So I guess it's all about perspective at the end of the day. But no, I don't want to watch a Hallmark movie. I'm trying to
Yeah,
watch.
you're right. It might be perspective, it may be different, but there's different outcomes. You don't know who's gonna win. Like that's
Yeah,
why I see they made sports betting legal in Florida, but it's hard to get up
yeah.
on it because the teams you think are gonna win, they getting their ass whooped. I'm like, what the fuck?
You got the Hard Rock. I know they got a new app out. Hard Rock Temple. They got a Benton lap.
Man, they've been impressing about that damn app. I've been seeing ads everywhere for that app. I'm like, God damn.
Bro, that app is crazy, bro. People betting they whole check on that thing with them trying to get them parlays, bro. I got a boy, he be trying to hit them parlays so hard, bro. Like it's dangerous out here, man. And I really think like, man, like if you go to Hard Rock or you on these apps, it's easy to sign up your credit card and then $600 later, half your, a quarter of your check gone, half your check, whatever your check is gone. You got to be real careful.
See, I think they have a prepay option where you could just put money onto the balance or something. If they have that, I mean, you gotta take a small percentage and then put it into it and then play it like that.
Yeah.
Like not your whole damn check. I'm like, how the hell you gonna pay the rent money and how you gonna pay for everything else? Because everything else high as hell.
It just take me to the blackjack table when we go to Hard Rock. We go to Vegas. That's what I'm trying to see. Little Texas Hold'em. Let's see what they're talking about.
Yeah,
I put $100, $200 down, but after that, bro, I'm not gonna spend my life on these tables. It's
yeah.
definitely a hustle.
Now, knowing my sports knowledge, I might take a crack at the sports tables and the stuff. You know what I'm saying? I might take a crack at it. You know what I'm saying? But I really want to study this because I saw something on TikTok about a man who got banned from the casinos in many different cities because he was winning so much. I'm like, what the hell was he doing?
He was winning so much he got banned in different cities. Wow.
Yeah,
They
there's a
couldn't
man
let
that
him get
got
that money, huh?
banned. He got banned from Vegas. He got banned from Atlantic City, all because he snuffed out their games and he snuffed out the bullshit they be pulling this to ensure they win.
Dang. Imagine that you win and they're like, nope, nope. We want everybody to put in their money and lose on that mug. So,
Hmm.
hey, man, I mean, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
It is as I'm like,
At least
damn.
he won. At least he won, though. At
Yeah,
least he,
he won though, and I'm like, depending on what state he in, or the Fed's gonna come after that shit though.
they're gonna tax you. You could get a bonus, they're gonna tax you. You start a
Yeah.
business, they're gonna tax you. You get gambling wins, you hit them parlays, they're gonna tax you. They're gonna tax you 3, 4 times before you get your money.
Hmm.
That's the system that we in. So I
Yeah.
whatever you do.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, welcome to America, which is crazy. Like, this is everything we do is getting taxed. Like, it's like, god damn.
You buy some, you pay taxes. You get your check, you pay taxes, they give you a refund. They use it to grow, they give it back to the banks, to the banking clan. It's a nasty racket, man. They've been doing it for hundreds of years, but you
Yeah,
know, at the end of the day, just focus on getting your paper up. So when the taxes hit, at least they have more to hit, which means at the end of the day, more coming back to you. But I feel for the people that have small businesses though, because them taxes be ridiculous.
yeah, they do. Like I said, I got the EIN myself, and I'm like, I'm bracing myself for it. But did you see this? Speaking of banks and tax and stuff, did you see the story about Navy Federal and how they rejected
Oh,
so many of their um so many black people that applied. But yeah,
yeah.
black people were going hard for them on social media, telling them to open up a Navy Federal account. They'll get you the money you need. They won't deny you for business loans. Oh, but they got back at your asses when they started denying people for mortgages. I'm like, Navy Federal it may have came out, but I bet a lot of banks think like them.
Yeah, I mean, Bank of America, Wells Fargo have all been hit with class action legal lawsuits over the last 10 to 15 years. With Navy Federal, again, the people who are clicking the buttons behind the scenes, they're mostly white, and so they treat you like they treat the good old boy system. When your application comes in, you have a black sounding name, or they see that you're African American. Most of the time, they're just not going to approve you. I mean, they're talking about. I think the report was less than 50% for African Americans, and compared to white counterparts, that's crazy, man. That's basically saying we don't want to give you a house, we don't want to give you opportunity to build wealth. Is despite everything going on, the number one builder for wealth is still having a home. That's the biggest investment for most people.
Hmm.
So to continue to deprive people, the red line, and they have all the government agencies, and we're still not able to get right. My motto, Vic. You know my motto. Everything is political. The
Hmm.
rules and regulations that they got all these rules and regulations. Apparently, is not enough because they still allowing these people to do that. This report came out. Are the Feds going to come shut down Navy Federal?
No.
Are they going to be able to continue to do business as usual?
No, because I bet Navy Federal, because Navy Federal probably in some of their pockets, like, look, we still gonna do this. Here, just here's some money. They just shut up, go away. You know what I'm saying? We still doing this.
Yeah, I mean, we bailed out the banks in 2008. When Obama became president, we give them corporate welfare every day with the big, large government contracts. It's getting sort of off topic, but the whole point of the matter is, Navy Federal, shame on you. But also the black people, there's a solution. Take your money out and head to a black-owned bank. Do some research, find the ones that are really helping out the community, and put your money there.
Yeah.
Because why would you continue to bank somewhere where they're not serving your best interest? And in fact, you have an opportunity to actually move you back 10 steps. The
Yeah.
goal is to try to own ownership. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give the actors ownership of Hollywood. They don't want to give us ownership of houses. They don't want us to own nothing. They just want you to be permanently enslaved in their system, giving them
Hmm.
money back. So, yeah, shame on Navy Federal, man. For those people that got denied and they had the perfect credit score and the down payment money and the good paying jobs, and they don't have
Hmm.
a record. That's horrible, man.
See,
That's
and what's horrible is black folks had the money. And it's like say a Caucasian couple, they can come up with like 70,000. They can get approved, but the black people with double that, they still get denied. I'm like, what the fuck? And then don't even get me started. If you do get approved, guess what? You're going to be paying a higher interest rate just because you're black. Like, come on, we going into 2024, man. What the fuck?
them folks. Them folks got to make their money no matter what. They don't care if you live or they don't care if you die. So that's why you're saying you put people over profits. People might not remember what you said, but people gonna definitely remember how the way you make them feel. I run
Hmm.
into it all the time. You treat people with kindness, and it's like I said, a biblical principle comes back positively in your favor. But for Navy Federal, they got it coming. Wells Fargo, they got it coming. Bank of America, oh my gosh, we could go down a long list of lawsuits with them. They're America's bank, but not really.
Hmm.
So, but yeah,
Yeah, it's like these banks are so corrupt in hell. Like last one about the banks, I even saw Capital One had some shit going on with them where Walmart, like, you know what, y'all intentionally taking these payments late and process them late so that way they can be late payments and screwing over the customers. I'm like, my goodness, banks, y'all just can't get right.
I agree. I mean, these are all white-owned banks, white-owned institutions. The people that are in them, they have either unconscious or implicit bias, and it plays out every day. So we got to continue to push. We can't let that stop us. We come this far, big. We done
Mhm.
came this far. We can't stop now. We have to keep fighting.
Yes, always got to keep fighting, got to keep pushing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. This podcast sounds a whole lot better when you have some liquor. Shout out to everybody listening to this on Twitch. Shout out to everybody on YouTube as well. We checking out Twitch for the first time as well. I know that this is for all you gamers and stuff. Shout out to all the gamers, but some people in podcasts told me, hey, every podcast is on there as well. Sooner or later we'll have drops and stuff. I ain't giving y'all no damn cheat codes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This ain't something you can watch for like 30 minutes and then you get a cheat code. But shout out to y'all that's still checking it out anyways. But Juggy, I heard something about, we'll shift gears to relationships. Now, I heard something about this woman. She said to a younger woman told your older man, I don't want to date you because you might suck the life out of me. Like, is this what dating has come to, man? What do you think when you hear somebody say, oh, you might suck the life out of me just because you're a few years older than me?
What I hear that is the people that are misguided. I feel like we talk about this every men's only round pick. So let's break this down, okay?
Mm,
Let's take a look at what's going on here. Number one, people are letting social media guide their personal dating lives.
mm,
As I believe I stated it the last time we had a men's only round, there is two different realities. There's the one you see online, which most of the time is not real, and there's the actual reality where you get out and go talk to people, you meet people, go to mixers, go to the supermarket, go to the mall, go to the gym. Well, maybe not the gym. There's all types of places to meet the opposite sex, right? And so we have, these jokes They start off as jokes, the OnlyFans jokes. Oh, she might got to get OnlyFans, but the real problem is the polluters, right? And when I say the polluters, I mean you got like the incel crowd, the manosphere crowd. I can't remember what it's called, but the women have their own version of that, where it's opposition, opposition. You're in opposition, and you're at odds with the person that the group of people that you're trying to date. And what we really need to do is come to the middle and meet, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to be alone. At the end of the day, a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people still want to have families. A lot of people, at the end of the day, no matter what they say, even behind closed doors, they still want to get married. So the key behind that is to having good communication. People, we have to, like, we're kind of talking to everybody virtually right now, but me
Hmm.
and Big have conversations off this, right?
Hmm.
When you get to know someone, it should not be all online. You need to be there in person with them to really learn. That's literally part of being a human,
Hmm.
is interacting with people, speaking with them, learning
Hmm.
their tendencies, conflict resolution. And a lot of people are just they're keyboard warriors. Oh, all women, oh, all men. It doesn't work like that. You have to come out of that shell and be willing to take a risk. If you're healthy mentally and you're a decent place physically and you're doing decent or okay financially, get out there. There's I, I've showed friends like, yo, there's events on Facebook, there's events on social media where they're begging people. There's like all types of like when they have like little white parties and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Go to Eventbrite, man. There's so many ways. When I hear those phrases, suck the life out of me. What are you looking for? A sugar daddy? Are you looking for somebody that you could be with long term? You look for a sugar daddy, yeah, he might, suck you dry. But if you
Yeah,
look for a partner, that should not be an issue.
and you know what? And it's just if somebody makes you feel like that, you don't know what kind of day that person's having. It's just easy to tell that person, "Listen, I'm not interested," and move on. You ain't gotta tell the person, "Hey, you're gonna suck the life out of me," because you don't know what this person may bring to the table. Because I've seen 40-year-olds and 20-year-olds together, ain't nobody saying nothing. And everybody all happy for them, except the miserable motherfuckers that be like, "Oh, they groomed them, or they did this, or they did that." So what? You know what I'm saying? Even though that is something that is a little sickening, but if no harm was done, no sexual assault was done or anything like that, then you can't really get on them, you know.
And the other part of it is like, how we were talking, I think it was last month, about like how when you see like a woman on Instagram, for example, like what you're seeing most of the time really isn't real. They done doctored the pictures, they might have filters. Guys do it too. I know guys that use filters all the time now. Quiet as it's kept. It's not really talked about. Guys using filters, cutting their face, making their skin lighter, things of that nature. That's not how you really look in real life. You might not have, the aesthetics like that in real life. So I think that we need to have real life conversations with each other. We need to be sober sometimes. You don't always need to be drinking, always need to be smoking, don't always need to be partying. You got to come back to reality. So that's the only way that people are going to develop healthy relationships, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
that's true. And you know what? I definitely agree. I think people definitely need to get out and definitely need to put the booze down. I know this is liquor talk, but hey, we chill on the drink, you know what I'm saying? We ain't getting fucked up on it, you know what I'm saying? We sip and chill, you know what I'm saying? But it's like sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to make the shit go around, and also don't live through social media because I think I've said that a lot. You can't be living for social media because people will say a whole bunch of things on different podcasts, but you see them in real life, they got a whole different relationship than what they talk about on social media. And also, the biggest thing I did learn, and should have learned this, is a lot of people had these conversations for clout and just to go viral. They don't really feel like that, you know.
Yeah, like the woman that says she don't want to do take her to the Cheesecake Factory, come out to find out that the whole thing was just getting the act for them to get a check. And to grow their base. So a lot of people are doing skits and stuff like that, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? They want to get a piece of the social media money. I wouldn't mind having some of that myself. But the problem is when it gets oversaturated. The people don't have real skill. Like we need skilled laborers. It's just it's just such a deeper conversation than what it is on the surface. But I will say that if you're not having conversations with the group you're trying to date, whoever that happens to be in real life, ultimately you're doing yourself a grave disservice.
Yeah, you really are. And I definitely agree. We definitely need the skilled laborers, and that's both women and men. But hey, don't. But I will say this though: if your passion is getting on the podcast or starting them, whatever it is, fucking start it. Don't listen to social media. Don't let social media tell you, oh, get off the mic or do this or do that because we need this, we need that, we need a whole lot of stuff. Just don't let it stop you from your passion.
I agree.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is the holiday episode of Liquor Talk, ladies and gentlemen. But Juggy, what are you looking forward to with 2024 coming around the corner?
2024, bro. I want to pay off this debt, pay off all the debt, being financially sound, go on some international trips with my wife. That's what I'm looking forward to 24. And I also want to have at least 2 shows with all the fellas for the men's only round. At least 2 with all the guys next year. Definitely looking forward to that.
I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. I definitely want to do that. I definitely want to do a show live on the beach when it's a little warmer. And also, we might have to take a little road trip to Orlando because Don is going to be getting on me about do more work in the studio. So he finally got that lunch. So I'm
Okay.
definitely looking forward to that, and I'm definitely looking forward to just like you paying off some more debt, and I'm looking to finally become more of an independent worker. You know what I'm saying? So that way I can do
Yeah.
more things because it's hard to do things and hard to plan things when you're stuck on somebody's schedule. You know, and
Bro,
that should be a memo to everybody. Look.
I agree. I agree, bro. Hang on one moment. What's up, everybody? We'll be right back after a couple messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that, man. You know what? I think
Okay, bro.
uh,
I said it's okay, bro. Sometimes technology fails us. It is not perfect.
yes, it's not perfect when you're trying to do it in a house full of kids, you know what I'm saying? So I'll talk to you about that after. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. I do apologize about that. Had some issues on my end. We're looking to get resolved, but technology will fail you, and that's nothing I hope for 2024. Better technology too, you know what I'm saying? You know.
Absolutely. Get some good cameras and stuff. We're gonna get this set up to 2024, bro. We've been doing this for a minute. A lot of y'all been riding with us. We appreciate all the fans, all the listeners. Next year we gonna upgrade some. It's
Yeah,
coming.
and also if I got, because I think there was like members only venues and stuff in Tampa and
Yeah.
St. Pete. I'm gonna find one of those venues and stuff. If I gotta do it there, I will do it there. Be doing it there. You know what I'm saying? So and and Don, if you listen to this, we definitely coming to Studio D3. So be on the lookout for that. And also, I'm also in low key the messy side of me is also look forward to all of this unraveling about to come out in the music industry, you know, because I don't know if you've been hearing the stories about
Bro,
man, look at here.
have our bro. Between Cassie, I don't know if you heard about Christian Keys. Um,
Yeah.
I heard about somebody else that claimed he was a sex worker from Diddy from years ago. He came out like there's a lot of things rumbling in the industry, and I think we're finding out is that a lot of our heroes and a lot of the people that we looked up to, all this time, they're not really all that they piped out to be. And
These
so, we got to really take a look and see who's worthy of having our attention. I mean, this is people that influence our music, influence our culture. That we go see concerts and spend our hard-earned money on. And if the person that you're listening to is allegedly a serial abusive rapist,
yeah.
that's the problem.
That's
That's a
definitely
big
a problem. That's definitely a problem. Like, and also if they're rapists and if they are literally predating people, or if they're definitely doing all this sexual assault for them to work with you, and I found out that it's a lot of down low men. I'm like, why y'all gotta be so in the closet about it? Like,
What's funny is that women have been saying stuff like this for decades, but specifically in Hollywood, man. I mean, quiet is kept. I mean, we just take a look at, what I'm saying, the Diddy situation by itself. Like, you settled that case with Cassie within 24 hours. That is unprecedented. But the question is, why would you settle it that fast? It must be because whatever that was alleged in the lawsuit, you wanted to get that out of the court of public opinion. You wanted to get that off of the public's eyes very quickly because you don't want people to see who you are. Didn't he change his name to Love or something like that? Like he's
man, that
Brother
man has
Love.
changed his name so many freaking times. It's crazy.
If
One
that's
minute
what
he,
love is, I
one
don't
minute
think that's
he,
the definition of a pure definition of love, clearly. So again, technically it's allegedly, but where there's smoke, there's fire. And I mean, when you start talking about all the people that started the label with, most of them are dead. The last one that's alive is in a coma. I mean, it's looking real bad, bro. It ain't looking
it,
good at all. I mean, we're
yeah,
talking
it
about
is.
level stuff.
And I heard he ain't the only one though. I heard some other motherfuckers out there, but they moving a little smarter though. They ain't messy like Diddy is. Yeah, I heard there's some other people in the backgrounds that done did some worse shit.
Man, I've heard that there's a lot of we've been talking about for at least a decade and a half. The Illuminati, occult worship, Satan worship, behind the scenes symbolism, and things of that nature. I would encourage people to take a look for themselves. If you're ready to start going down that rabbit hole, there is a YouTube channel that does, in my opinion, explore that very well, and that is Truth Is TV. Again, you can do your own research and see if the boot fits for yourself. Black people are known for being conspiracy theorists, but the question is it really a conspiracy? Because these are the same people, Vic. Here's one for you to chew on. The same people that said we can't teach Black history for the kids coming up in our state, they gonna tell them that slavery didn't exist, and then that's gonna be the conspiracy.
Hmm.
When we know for a fact, how the hell else did we get to the United States if it
Yep.
wasn't for slavery? So
Hmm.
again, I think theorists are having a field day, but is it really a conspiracy? Or is it just the truth that was kept from us for some particular reason? You tell me.
Yeah, or is it the truth that's from some particular time?
I don't know yet, but I feel like between him and Cassie and then Christian Keys, I don't know if you heard about seeing his video. I watched the video on it with my wife, and man, I'm telling you, he talking about men and women in the industry, saying if you want this deal, you got to get down on your knees.
Yeah, or I heard stories where they actually drugged you, meaning they will put something in your drink and you don't know what the hell going on. Meanwhile,
It,
they recording it. They say if you don't sign this deal, you don't do what we say. Oh, this is getting released.
isn't it Rick Ross to have a song where he talked about drugging the girl and she didn't even know it or something like that?
Yeah,
Wasn't
I
that
remember
Rick
that.
Ross?
Yeah, I remember he had a song like that, and I remember there was so many artists that had. I remember there was one group I saw the name. I forget the name of it, but they talked about rape and statutory rape on a song. All of their asses are in jail now, but I can't remember the band name or something like that.
Let me
Because I saw
see.
it last night. I'm like,
Got R. Kelly, he gone. Trey Songz been outed. Fabulous almost killed his girlfriend. Man, we got a long list. We
this
got a
is
long
crazy.
list, bro. So I would say, you know, as far as enjoying the music is concerned, I mean, we all got to make our choices. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But if it turns out that all these years that you've been listening to hundreds of hours of music of somebody who's a serial rapist, I mean, I'm looking at myself and R. Kelly like R. Kelly was the Pied Piper R&B.
yeah, he was,
Let's
and I'm
let's not
like,
like Step in the Name of Love was every aunties and uncles gathering, wedding. Let's just be real about it.
that was.
The man was uber talented, but he was also a demon in human clothing. Like,
Yeah, and also another thing is some people might be saying a lot of that stuff that came out about him might not be exactly true because if it was so true and so malicious, why they didn't get him back in 2005 when they tried him in 2005 or
and I
2006?
really think that there's a lot more to it than more than meets the eye. These people are being promoted by the industry. These are billionaires, that control the entire media apparatus. Because I know for at least for what we consider what is news, there's only like five real businesses that own almost all media outlets.
Hmm.
So there's definitely an agenda at play, and they definitely want to market it to us. The self degradation and all the other stuff. The people say, "Oh, you guys are just too woke," et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Definitely something going on there. But like I said, if people really want to see that, they can take a look for it. But all I would tell people is there's not as many conspiracies as you think there is. It's just people that don't want you to know the truth for a specific reason. Now,
That's all it is people that just don't want you to know the truth, and then when you start exposing the truth, something wind up happening to you. Look what happened to Dr. Sebi.
imagine having the cure for one of the most deadly diseases in the world, and they kill you. They
Yeah.
kill you for knowing it. So, I mean, I start thinking about like they took out Malcolm, they took out MLK.
Mhm.
Um,
They
you
took
know,
out Sam Cooke. It turns out Sam Cooke was going to fund the whole Black Panther Party movement, and he had a plan to bring Malcolm X and MLK together, but they took out Sam Cooke first because they said we don't need that shit getting funded.
because they knew that if that would have happened, then the America that we know right now would be so much different.
It would
You
be
know what I'm saying?
because apparently Sam Cooke and MLK and Malcolm X they were talking to other world leaders and they were bringing them together about the BS going on in America. So of course they took them out.
Yeah, they couldn't have that. They need us divided. They need us stupid. They need us drugged up. Again, what I'm saying? I know this is a lot of stuff that people like, and I'm not trying to preach at you, dictate your lifestyle, but just keep in mind that, I think there's a lot of stuff coming in 2024. There's a reason why I told you, Vic, what I was really looking forward to being debt free because there's a lot of stuff coming and you can't do it if you're broke.
That's true. That's true. I'm trying to get to that point where I'm be debt free with you. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, it's a
like I
it's
said,
a progress.
yeah, it's progress, and all we need is a couple. I'm just gonna manifest a couple of these things, work out, and we're gonna be debt free because we kind of need to be debt free because based on our skin color, and all this other shit going on, and also it's something going on too because I'm seeing stories where billionaires are buying underground bunkers and stuff.
I heard
I'm
about
like,
that.
oh,
I
these
heard.
motherfuckers must know something.
Speaking of conspiracy theories, I'm just throwing this out there. Vic, if I'm going too far, let me know.
You
I
good?
heard. Remember the fires in Hawaii?
Yeah.
I heard that some people that we love, one of them, their name starts with an O. Another one, last name start with a V. We're building hundreds of acres of compounds where the fires happen.
Of course, they just need a
So
distraction.
I'm not going to say that it's 100% true with pure unrefutable facts. I'm just letting people know that paying attention has its value. Being
Yeah.
prepared. What was the movie that just came out with Mahershala Ali? Uh, Left No One Behind or something like that. That came
Yeah.
out with Julia Roberts. Did you watch that?
A lot of people been telling me to watch that. I haven't gotten around to it because I heard the Obamas produced it.
They did, which
So
is
my
very interesting.
so my question is, it's like Obamas must be trying to warn us about something.
They've always said that whatever's on TV, they're telling you exactly what they're doing.
Subliminal messaging.
Yes. I mean, TV is literally called television programming.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it is an irrefutable fact that the CIA has had psyops in the 60s and the 70s. And that was, our parents' era. So if they were doing that then, Terminator came out in what, 89?
Yeah.
So if that came out in 89, that was the year I was born. So if they were doing that back then, I almost shudder to think what they got going on now.
Man, you'll be surprised. Like all this futuristic shit they be showing on television, it wouldn't be surprised if they have it somewhere bunkered up or hidden from the world, you know. And you know
Yeah.
what they say? That's what they say. America is the land full of secrets, but you look at other countries, like where the hell can you go? Because you see black people getting treated like shit in China. Lord knows we get treated like crap in France and Italy. Like, and then I heard some places Africans don't really like African Americans, you know. So
Yeah, but I feel like your best opportunity is going to be somewhere in the continent. Don't let media fool you. I have a lot of African friends, respectively, from different parts of West Africa, Senegal, Nigeria, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, some of these other areas. I have a friend from Liberia, I got friends from Zimbabwe, and everything that you see on TV is not necessarily true. And Africa is a very, very big place. In fact, it can fit almost every major country inside of it. So I would say not to sleep on the continent now. Will it be an adjustment period? Yeah, it's going to be an adjustment period, right? But I still think for Black people, I mean, that's where most of our ancestry came from for the
mhm,
most part.
yeah.
So,
And I need for these damn countries to give Africa back their damn resources because I know France got a lot of resources from. I know America, man. I know that it's a long shot, but
you
goddamn.
know, I heard, what is it called? I think they had like a UN or like an International Business Council, one of them things. And one of the like the equivalent of like what we would call a senator here was basically going off on her own country of France. France would literally crumble within a month without resources from the continent of Africa.
I
Within a
think
month.
damn France start paying the motherfuckers then. Damn.
I mean, when you talk about paying back all the money that France owes Haiti alone, look how small Haiti is.
Mm-hmm.
Them people paid billions of dollars to France because they defeated them in a war. This stuff is not a joke, guys. Like, I have a lot of hate. Some of my best friends are Haitian.
And isn't Jamaica still paying England or something like that? I
Something
think.
like that. I don't remember the exact. I should know better because my wife is Jamaican, so hopefully she don't be a part of the show. But yeah, I believe so. Something that they got going on was
I
still
think
like.
all them Caribbean islands been paying back these countries. I'm like, man, Haiti would be in a better place if France once so would pay them back.
Yeah, I mean, Haiti would be a world power with all the wealth that they had. The Haiti that you see now is by design. When the Clintons went down there after what was it? It was an earthquake, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was the earthquake or a hurricane? I can't remember. I think it was an earthquake. I don't think any of this stuff is by accident, bro. At this point in my life,
Mm-mm.
when I start seeing Did you, for the listeners that are in Florida, and Vic, tell me if let me know if I'm going too far.
You good? Keep going.
Listeners that are in Florida, did you know that in several cities throughout Florida, it was a monthly practice to gather up black people and feed them to alligators as a part of a show?
Yeah, in the sundown towns, right?
Yeah, here in Florida.
hmm I heard those stories, and I heard there was a chant at UF that got banned because it had racist
Yeah,
undertones.
that wasn't that long ago. Our grandparents were probably slaves.
hmm
That's not that long ago. And I've never seen, I was looking at an old history book from the 80s, and it had 3 paragraphs, Vic, of
hmm
Black history out of thousands of pages of history. 3 paragraphs. That's not intentional.
That
All,
you gotta look who's writing the book though. You gotta look at who's writing the book, and you gotta
so,
look at who is writing because that's intentional.
and I believe, I tell people all the time, like, you must read. I have a book list that I'm on. You could DM me, JD underscore jugs, on Twitter, and let me know if you need a book list. Hit up
Yeah,
Vic and hit me up if you need to. I'll get you a book list that you can start down. But we're getting to the point we don't have an excuse, Vic. We got the
yeah,
internet at our disposal. There's documentaries. Um, what else? What do y'all want that we don't have access to? There's always a way you can make a way. Didn't say it was gonna be easy, but it's out there. So
yeah. And I'm thinking a lot of those books you could probably go on websites and you can find the PDF version for free
yeah, like
because
I got look, get you one of these, get you an Amazon Kindle, cost you less than $100 for like a third, like a 7 model. I think they're on 10, so it's like a 7 model, right? Get you
hmm
one of these, you know, purchase the subscription for the audio books, right? And you could just flip the pages on there. It's like $15 a month. And we spend way more than that on weed and alcohol.
yeah, we do.
Way more. So
Mhm.
everything is at your fingertips. The knowledge is there. We just gotta want it. And I want better for our men. I want better for all the men out there. I want better for us, man.
I
Especially
want.
my black brothers. Bro, like, speak to each other when you see each other.
hmm
Like, sometimes I'll be so busy. Sometimes I don't even go to sleep. But I make sure, like, yo, Vic, what's going on? How you doing? What's
Yeah,
good? Just when you think about people, just take a moment. If it's not, you're not driving or whatever, right? Or it's not going to get you fired from your job. Take a moment, just text somebody. You can't expect people to be there for you if you're not there for people. So
and
I'm just,
also I'm gonna add on to that. Also, I'm gonna do you one better. Also, plan to hang out with somebody at least once a month. You know what I'm saying? At least once or twice a month. Plan to hang out, do something. You know what I'm saying? Because there's plenty of things to do in the cities wherever you live at. So I know everybody got busy schedules, but we can hammer out some time to do something.
and if you're not able to hang out, have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? We need guys. We've been preaching this on the Men's Only Round for what, 2 years, Vic?
Yeah.
Look, we all need therapy, especially if you're black.
hmm
We need therapy. There's just nothing wrong with that. All therapy means is you're talking to somebody who can communicate professionally.
hmm
That will help you dig through, being an alcoholic, dig through being a pothead. You know what I'm saying? Again, I like to drink, I smoke, it's whatever. But I'm saying don't make that your whole life.
Yeah, listen, don't make that your whole life. And also if whatever you're doing prohibits you from living your life like and taking care of your responsibilities, that's where it becomes a problem, you know what I'm saying? But if you can have a drink, have a smoke, but still have a life, it ain't no problem. It's
Yeah,
the problem
everything's
comes
moderation.
when that's all you think about. When my next drink coming, when my next hit coming, or I can't do this, I can't do that, you know? And it's sad that also I've seen people who they smoke all the time, but they smoking for a little while, they start going crazy. Like, come on now.
Yeah, because you see they're authorizing these, mushrooms and all this other stuff. So it's a slippery slope out there. But yeah, man. I mean, look, men's only round. Jesus is the reason for the season. It's Christmas season. If you want better, you got to do better. You got to put in effort.
Yes.
It don't. You're not getting ain't no more handouts. We passed that. Gotta take responsibility. That's
Got
what men
to,
do.
because
Gotta take responsibility. Did I ask to get that when I go to college? No, I didn't. Gotta take responsibility. Did I ask to go to work every day? No. Gotta take responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get to the point where we're just not making excuses. And we can
yeah,
do it.
and also
Together.
we gotta remember that if you don't like something about life, fucking change it. It ain't too late to change it. If you don't like something about life, fucking change it. You know what I'm saying? There's ways to change it. There's ways to get around it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like that job, get a new one. Plenty of jobs out there. Or work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? There are plenty of changes. And also, yes, this is Christmas. If you want kids to do better, if you want your kids to have something under that tree, make sure you're doing what you need to do, but also make sure they doing what they need to do, because we don't need you spawn some badass kids who ain't earned nothing. And if your kids ain't doing right, you need to take accountability. Like, I need to be a better parent.
And the thing is, if you don't know how to do it, YouTube it. Just
Either
throw it on
YouTube it,
YouTube. You
either
need to get a
YouTube it or
GED.
call somebody who's a good parent.
You don't know how to, you need a GED? Google.
Yep.
You need to take courses, need to find out how to prep, YouTube. No excuses.
Yep. 2024, we gotta come for everything. And also, I know this is about to be minute 57 of Liquor Talk, and I'm finally doing this. Shout out to my Rattlers for winning the HBCU National Championship. I should have opened with that episode. Shout out to everybody from FAMU, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Rattlers. Howard had us down in the first half, but we came back on their asses. My HBCU is the football national champions. So shout out to FAMU, you know what I'm saying? We doing big things up
High
there.
7 Hills.
Yes. Hopefully maybe me and Juggy and all of us can come up with a homecoming. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
So
we gotta, imagine the means only round. We asking questions of the fellas out at homecoming, bro. I
mhm.
think that would be lit.
Yeah, we asking fellas, and then we asking the ladies too for their perspective to help them understand men, because I know the one time we did do some lives, which we gotta get back to doing that. There was some ladies always asking us questions like, what about some things? And we were helping the ladies too. So ladies, if y'all got questions for the fellas, please be asking us, you know what I'm saying? Please come to DMs and talk to us.
And guess what? We're gonna have some really good questions prepared just for random people so we can get a sampling of what's really going on in guys' mind out there. And I know Don B got us held down when we get to O Town, and he gonna have us set up in the studio. We're gonna ask people what's popping. We really want to get out in the community, and we appreciate everybody supporting us thus far.
Yeah. And also, shout out to Marco, shout out to Dale, shout out to Benji, shout out to the fellas who couldn't make it today. You know what I'm saying? We still got love for them, you know what I'm saying? So, but this is the last men's only round for 2023. And 2024, we're coming for everything. 2023, it happened. Whatever happened, it happened. You're still standing. You just got to keep moving and leave 2023 issues in 2023. I don't need to be hearing about your issues in 2024 if you're not trying to make a change about it, you know what I'm saying? Because 2024 is going to be that year where everything got to come together. And that's why I said for myself, and me and Juggy done had this conversation. Hell, me and Don done had the same conversation that everything we've been talking about, we got to go for it in 2024. So I hope everybody gets on the train and gets our stock now, because
Yep.
if that price go up, we ain't the damn stock market. It's going to keep going up. It's going to keep skyrocketing, and it's gonna keep. You think we price gouging around here? You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna keep going up. So you better get us while we're down, because when we up, it's up.
And we're bringing up all the fellas with us. We're going all the way to the top. Vic, you already know how we do, baby.
Mm-hmm. All right, you already know how we do. All right, if the people need to get a hold of you, how can the people get a hold of you?
Yes, please hit me up on TikTok at Book of Clarity, on Twitter at BOJ Radio. IG is JD Jugs. If you can't remember any of that, just hit Vic up on his handles and he will direct you to me. Again, Vic, what do I always say? Everything is political. Let me show you how from the moment
Mhm.
that you're born to the moment that you die. Politics affects everything, and every black person should be involved in politics in their local precinct. It is still time. There is still hope. We still got to fight. I believe that we can do it. Remember, MLK was political. Malcolm was political. Putin was political. Just keep that in mind. Leader of the Black Panther Party. These people are political. Follow those pages, and I will show you how to get there.
Yes. Please follow the pages. And ladies and gentlemen, if you ain't getting nothing else, I hope everybody have a healthy and safe Merry Christmas. And we'll see you right back for the end of the year episode coming real soon. Men's on around, hopefully manifesting it. Nate will have a full house for the next men's on around session coming in January.
You
But
will
until
enjoy
next time,
it.
we out this meeting, y'all. Thank y'all for checking out Liquor Talk, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you checking us out. We out this thing, y'all. Good night.
Happy New Year.
Yep, Happy New Year too.